Tired. Yeah, I'm excited, to come off and to actually do what I came here to do is massive. And I don't really think I've realised it yet. The whole day is always a rush, you get there, you've got all the adrenaline pumping to go and race, then you're going off to medals and whatever, and now I've got to pack a chair, so I've got a really exciting end to my day. But yeah, to just get out there and actually deliver on what I wanted to do is just the best feeling. It makes the last 5 years totally worth it. Yeah, the race went really well. I had a really good start. I had a bit of a training accident in the warm-up before we headed out, so my hand's all bandaged up now, and that was a little bit of a worry, but thankfully the adrenaline just carried me through, and I was able to get through the race. I was 0.12 of a second off my world record, which is very, very frustrating. If I hadn't have slipped, or if it hadn't have rained, maybe I definitely would have absolutely smashed it. But what will be will be. But it was great just being out there. There was a bit more atmosphere this morning than there was for my 100 meters. Obviously, a lot more athletes have finished their competitions now, so I'd come out to watch, and it felt more like a Paralympic Games. It felt like we had that stadium atmosphere for the first time for me, and I love that feeling. I love being out there in front of people. I've really enjoyed it. It's been an amazing Games. The Japanese volunteers and the public have been so welcoming and friendly, and just haven't been able to do enough for us. And obviously it's absolutely gutting that we weren't able to have a crowd there watching us, because I know that they would have filled those stands for us. But for what it was, for the pandemic Games, which were on and then off and then on again, and then who knows what's going on, Japan have pulled it off in style, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. The whole experience, being in the village, being back with the team, and just being out on that stage again, has been incredible. I think, yeah, the biggest challenge for me was just getting to training. It was easy for people to go for your daily walk, or go run around a field, or just change your training. But when you're in a wheelchair, it's not that simple. And you can't just go and run around a field in a race chair. So we had to be very, very creative with how we trained. People have heard me talk about our greenhouse and the garden and the gym in the garage. Literally, our house has turned into a training centre now. Like, that's it. I've got no home anymore. But that was the challenge, really, just keeping going, finding that motivation every day, and finding a way to get through what we knew we needed to do. And I'm just so glad that it all paid off, and that it was worth it. There were a lot of times over the last 18 months where myself and Nathan, my boyfriend, were just like, why are we doing this? This is never going to work. This is stupid. And yeah, thankfully it was all worth it. I think during this Games, I've just learned to just believe in my training. It's something that I've been learning along the way. But if you really put the work in, then it doesn't matter about the conditions. It doesn't matter about who's watching. It's not about lucky mascots or lucky pants or whatever else it might be. Ultimately, you can just do it. I literally lost my head when I hurt my hand this morning. I thought, that's it. I'm not going to get through this race, and to just get out there and push that close to the world record, it just shows that it does pay off, and you've just got to believe in yourself and back yourself all the time. And for me, this whole last 18 months has been about finding that motivation that isn't just gold medals, because suddenly that motivation was completely removed. So now for me, it was, well, what can I do? Like, in this body that so many people have told me what it can't do, how far can I push myself? How fast can I go? And yeah, to get out there today and to push so close to my world record on a rainy day with a hurt wrist, it just goes to show, like, your body can do whatever you teach it to do. So yeah, I think for me, it was just finding that outside motivation and then really putting it to the test while we were here.